playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. A strike downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Hand off from the shotgun. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
The sure hands, it's Booth. And they're able to get him on the ground. Mississippi State going up tempo. On the option. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. So Arizona State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Flushed out of the pocket. Caught in the backfield. It's Udo. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Back to pass. It's Levin. Snagged in the middle, it's Moss. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Moss. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Toss to the outside. Whistle down at the 26. Of 4.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get it.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
This time on target. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Reese. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. To the air. It's Shapen. Makes the catch. It's Mosley. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
And this is dropped. My goodness, it was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Got his man quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Mosley. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Mississippi State right back to the line. He wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Grab behind the line. It's Reese. Good throwing. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we driving back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. The screen, and watch out! And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Tyson. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the tailback. Look out, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Grab near the sticks. It's Moss. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Sun Devils had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Levin. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
They're not into 3s, they want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He'll take it himself. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name would be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. USF looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Bulls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least.
Tries to do it himself on the draw.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Back to throw, it's Shapen. Unloads to the wide out. Complete to the left. And they'll do more than move the... They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Here's a heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go bucks. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It's a game of... downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The Bulldogs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Bulldogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Grabbed in the middle, it's Reese. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. He's got great speed, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's going to take off. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Glover. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. He splits the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to pass, it's Levin. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab, it's Tyson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Sun Devils in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on second and 10. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thompson. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And they'll just down it right there.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Wide open spaces. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Going field for the big play. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Sun Devils back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Udo. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Sun Devils have pushed it inside the 20.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout. Arizona State.
Line getting set on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. He's got the tight end. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. The Sun Devils are threatening on 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Rushes on him. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. This is a designed run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State is ahead in East Lansing, but that's not exactly Kenneth Walker III out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Boston College. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Scanning the field, it's Shapen. Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man, it's Thompson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
It's caught. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Offense in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling the quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. Turning it on! Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Lots of running room. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It falls incomplete and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Levin. This time he's got it. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's McClain. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. That's caught. It's Udo. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. They pushed the lead to 4 here in the fourth.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A designed run for the quarterback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Shapen. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
Yeah, it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's McClain. He's loose. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. Throwing on the run. And it's caught inside the 20. They get... but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. The Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. Now from inside the red zone. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Wants to throw. It's Levin. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And it... through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete on fourth down. Man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be fourth down. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Michigan proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Wolverines team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Makes the catch. It's Reese. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the foot.
There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw it, Shapen. Quickly complete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. To the end zone and is picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Caught behind the line. It's McClain. At the 40, there he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They want that clock to run. Fights off the defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Shakes off the defender. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.